Hello everyone and welcome to Homestead for a Living. I want to show why weeds are not a problem in a no-till bed. Not that they don't exist, but that they're not a problem. Weeds are gonna grow. Stuff is gonna cover bare soil. Nature doesn't allow bare soil. So weeds are just occupying that space until you're ready to plant. Problem is when you come to plant, normally our association with weeds is a nightmare to pull, just like we have right here. This is a spot that we tilled last spring and we didn't really mulch it. We didn't get to it. It's kind of by the edge of our property line here, so it got neglected. So you can see what happened when I tried to pull the grass out here. It breaks off. It doesn't come out of the ground. It's a nightmare. Now I have to dig deeply into that ground and deal with that nightmare, and it's going to take tons of time, tons of effort, and it's why people hate weeds and use all sorts of herbicides and things like that. By contrast, here's our no-till bed, which although it's still in its first year, we've actually mulched and properly composted. Now, here's the same exact kind of grass. Watch how it pulls out. It comes right out. It's easy. There's no problem at all. It's just occupying that space. Here's another example. It just pops right out because the soil is healthy. The soil is crumbly. Back there, it was compacted clay. So, and that was an area that had plenty of fertilization and everything, but it didn't have a good mulch layer that had rotted down on the top to create that black, crumbly, beautiful soil. And so you can see why no-till doesn't get rid of weeds. Weeds might still occur if you neglect a patch, or if you just can't get to it for a while, or if it's just been a winter, or you've got cover crops as your weeds. Whatever the situation is, in a no-till bed, those weeds will fall out of the ground, and it doesn't matter what they are. Blackberries, crabgrass. There is no such thing as an invasive weed that's really a problem in a no-till garden. They're a problem when you can't get them out of the soil. And so when you do a garden correctly in a no-till method like that, it just almost erases weeds as an issue. It's just not an issue anymore. Yes, they're there, but they're an ally instead of a problem. So I encourage everybody to try no-till. Gardening isn't really growing things. It's just obtaining lots and lots of mulch. If you can do that, the rest of it will fall into place. So find your local mulch sources at your sawmill, wood chips, grass clippings, leaves, whatever you can get your hands on. Mulch those beds real heavy and the weeds will just go away as a problem. Hopefully that's a useful tip for y'all. In the meantime, stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.